Hello everybody and welcome back to another Walking Dead The Ones Who Live video, and today I'll be talking about some news that we've got about the first episode, the length of it, the title, and I'll be doing some predictions on what I think would happen in episode 1. So let's dive right into this with the title reveal of episode 1 being called Years. And that is a cool name. Maybe it's a placeholder. It could be like a placeholder for years gone by. That could be it. But it's just years, which is quite cool. I definitely think this title is referencing the story in some way. And I definitely think episode 1 is going to be a multi-year story in some sort of way. It's just going to be about re-establishing these characters and telling us what has happened to these characters after all these years without seeing them. That's what I think this episode title is referencing. Potential, maybe multi-year plot. And apparently the episode's going to be 90 minutes long. That's insane. And with it maybe only being 6 episodes, and each episode is 90 minutes long, I think, yeah, there's going to be enough time for us to tell the story of Rick and Michonne reuniting and to tell the story of the CRM. With 90-minute long episodes, or just this episode, that is amazing. And with us now knowing that the episode's called Years and we have 90 minutes, I definitely think, like, moving straight into my predictions, episode 1 will be about Michonne mostly, and be about her on her journey to try and find Rick. And you will see Rick in this episode, but this episode will definitely end with Rick and Michonne meeting up. And going into this episode 2 will be all of them doing that. I don't think, because we now know episode 1 is 90 minutes long, it will feel very drawn out if Rick and Michonne don't meet until halfway through episode 2. So, episode 1 is definitely gonna focus on Michonne. I do think Rick will be in this, but I think, with it being years, we're gonna get different timeline, like, plots and not know it. So we'll have the main plot with Michonne in, let's say, year 12 or year 11, whenever it takes place, and about her finding Rick. And then you'll get the second plot with Rick, but that will be years ago. And that's where the title comes in. This could be about Rick before he becomes a CRM soldier, and him back when he was a grunt doing the tasks and trash work. And maybe there'll be like small time jumps through Rick's plotline and we just can't tell. And then right at the end of this episode, Rick and Michonne reunite, and then you get the reveal Rick is now CRM soldier. That's how I think they would structure this episode, and it'd be very, very cool to do it that way. With us just now knowing how long this episode's going to be, it really makes me think the trailer that we saw is mostly made up with all of Michonne's scenes, at least with episode 1. I was originally going to do a video about episode 1 and 2 predictions, because I thought that's what the trailer's made up of. But now knowing this is a 90-minute long episode, I believe all of Michonne's shots with her looking for Rick are in episode 1. And most of Rick's shots are in episode 1, but I think some of those shots go up to episode 3 maybe. I just think that we're not going to get the entire Rick backstory in episode 1. Episode 1 will probably be about the backstory and the flashbacks for Rick of him trying to escape and failing. And the plot for episode 1 will probably about be maybe Rick just giving up on trying to escape. And then the next time we see Rick in the episode be the big reveal, he's a CRM soldier. I definitely think it will be the job of episode 2 or 3 to dive deeper into how he went from grunt, doing the dirty work, doing what Xylus did, bottom of the barrel, to special operative CRM soldier. I think other episodes will dive into that climb in the ranks, but episode 1 will be about him just breaking down, and it will be all about him just failing, and he might, I still believe that he will lose his hand. There is a shot out there with he still has his hand and he's chained up. So maybe he loses it a little later than I think, but I definitely think we will see Rick lose his hand. And maybe that's the breaking point in this episode. Like, he loses it near the end of this episode. And that's when he realizes he can't escape. He just lost his hand trying to escape. There is just no point in escaping now. And I think his hand will definitely play some sort of role. I'm going straight into that hand theory again. But I think his hand will be kind of maybe symbolism. As soon as he loses that, he loses his will to try and get home. That'd be very interesting, but that's just what I believe. And that's just already all my predictions for episode 1. So a little recap. All of Michonne's scenes from the trailer will be in episode 1, so it'll be about her dealing with the mustard gas and trying to find Rick, and eventually find Rick at the end as a CM soldier. And then Rick's plots will be about a flashback, how he gave up on escaping, how he just accepted his new life in the CRM. So about him trying to escape, eventually losing his hand and realising, this is my life now, I'm staying here. That's what I think will happen in episode 1. But please tell me down below, do you agree with me? Do you disagree? What do you think the plot will be like in episode 1? Do you think that Rick and Michonne might not meet until maybe episode 2? Or do you think Rick might not even be in episode 1? And I would like to know your thoughts about this. How excited are you for The Ones Who Live? Are you like over the moon hyped, or are you like, meh, it could be okay? But this is it with me today, so goodbye, peace out, and make sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.